let you know when it's up, actually.
Yeah, normally it takes about 30 odd seconds. Oh, someone's gone off already.
I see it.
It does take a while, actually, to be fair.
It's fine. Come on. There we go. I think it's live.
Oh, are we live?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing it on my screen. It's still got the Catalonia race. That's it. It will take some while, I think.
Oh, that was the whoops. That was bad. But yeah, I believe it's live. I believe it's good.
All right then. Right, we'll just go along with it. Oh, Pim's just joined. Right, anyway, so hello everyone to this, the return of the ARC after what, nearly a month break. And we are doing the endurance series, just fresh, well, 3 weeks after the GR3 Championship Season 4. I am your commentator as always, myself, Lloyd, and we've been joined by a special guest, and then I'll let him introduce to you all.
Hello. Yeah, first time ever commentating on an ARC event. I am the Rascal, and I humbly will be your commentator alongside Savaloy this evening. I hope I don't do a terrible job.
So far, not doing a terrible job just yet in introducing yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm more nervous actually than I was telling Savaloy earlier. I'm more nervous for this than I would be if I was driving. So yeah, hope that it all goes well. Just seeing some of the cars doing some practice at the moment in the Group 1s and the Group 3s on the Red Bull Ring short circuit. Mm-hmm. So we've got Savaloy sent me a track map earlier, which I've handily not got to hand, and it's got about 5 corners on it. So a lap here takes 6 corners. Wait, so that's, hold on. You've got the one at the hill, and then you've got the hairpin.
Yeah, that's turn 2, and then you got Worth, which is turn 3. Then the turn 4 just before the straightaway after Worth curve, that's turn 4. Then you got Rink curve turn 5, and then the Red Bull Mobile turn 6.
Well, there we go. Red Bull Mobile's turn 6. That's what we need to know.
You learn something every day there, Rascal.
I'm learning a lot today. I'm learning how to talk while looking at cars. Just seeing some of the cars doing laps at the moment. So I know that the Group 1 cars, you have the option of 3 cars at the moment. So there are people running the Toyota, the TSO 50. Mm-hmm. That's going to be run by RAF PG 7 and Techno Guy, who are driving for where are the teams? Hello, teams. Team list. Any second now.
Okay, I'll give you the team. I've got it right here now.
You got the team list.
Yeah, I've got the team list right here.
Team list.
So right here we're looking at Raf, who's just gone very wide at Rink Curve. His team is called the Blancponct United Motorsport Team, powered by Nikola Pizza and Toyota Gazoo Garage Racing Hybrid Tech Association and Co.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that is a mouthful. It is.
Only got 4 more of those to go.
Yeah, there's a plenty of them in the GT3 class. Anyways, I think this is just a stuck check just to see if the cars will be all getting going. I'm also just noticing in the chat there that Downey Bauman says this race is going to be weird. Yes, indeed it will. And we've got 11 races in here. We should be only having 10. Not unless if you have someone new, someone flashing the light. Stop flashing!
Robocopy is the safety car at the back.
Oh, is he? Right, okay.
Yes. I don't know why we have a safety car, but we do.
Well, that's a first. I can't wait to see that. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
and also just to mention too as well, Chucky's also mentioned in the chat. He's saying, "Love you, Rascal."
Thanks, Chucky. I hope Chucky wins. He's my teammate after all.
So
driving the Porsche 919.
We're not going to be hearing any biased here from Rascal, hopefully.
Oh, I'm going to be incredibly biased. I think that all your co-commentators are in some way involved in the event. So I think you're going to get bias in all of the rounds. You're going to get different bias from different teammates. I'm going to show Chucky some love today, and yeah, I hope he wins. I think he can win. He's definitely got the pace for it. I just told him to not crash. I think, and
I think that's the safe bet there, just to not crash. That's probably good.
It's going to be very intense. It's going to be very difficult to not crash. This is a 42-second lap, 43 seconds, 42 to 43 seconds for the LMP1 class, and then for the Group 3 class, I believe it's a 49-second lap. So we expect to see around 5 minutes in the first set of traffic coming through, and then obviously every 5 minutes after that. So in a half-hour race, it should happen what, like 5 or 6 times? Is that
roughly
30 divided by 5? That sounds like 6 times. So
about that.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
also
so
and also that the GT3 cars do not need to move out of the way for the LMP1 cars. They just need to find their way by when it is. So technically, is when the tire the settings are going to be, well, the tire will change to times 2, then we will get a 5-minute qualifying underway. So I will go through the drivers when they all come out on track for qualifying, which now is underway. So 5 minutes are starting. So actually, let's actually go for your team then, the Char Slide Racing team, with Charles and your commentator here tonight with us, Mr. Rascal.
Best team, Char Slide.
Best
We
team.
will hope to not be doing a Char Slide on track, but I thought, we'll make everybody else do the Char Slide in the dirty air of Charles, hopefully. And then following on from Char Slide, we have
Ralph.
We got Ralph driving for Blaupunkt United Motorsport Team, powered by Nikola Pizza and Toyota Gazoo Garage Racing Hybrid Tech Association and Co.
Yep, there you go. Nailed that one. And then we've got Techno Guy in third, who is driving the ARC Robotech Industrial Automation Endurance Racing Team, powered by Toyota Motorsport, and his teammate is Robocopy. So Techno Guy's doing his qualifying race. Sorry, you go.
They found a really nice decal on that to go with their team name, the Robotech, the Robocopy and Techno Guy combination. They're already coming on strong in the team name category.
Yeah.
The fourth team is Pleb Bull Racing, which is
Lateral, my usual co-commentator. There he is, teammate to Kev Meister, who's just trying to get by Law. And he's driving the Porsche 919.
At the Red Bull Ring, or the Pleb Bull Ring, Red Bull Ring shorts. We've seen a lot of races there recently, not least the Styrian Grand Prix today. Hopefully we can serve up something a little bit more exciting than they did in the F1 today. Let's put it that way.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have the F1 drivers looking at this race. There's
a big slide.
Massive slide there through there. There's some yellow flags being waved going into turn 2. Looks like nothing has been shown so far. It might have been Ralph actually, because his car looks quite slow. But qualifying's over. I thought it was 5 minutes. Oh well.
I also thought it was 5 minutes, but
yeah, I was trying to see Lauda was third place. So there you go. We didn't go through all the drivers, unfortunately. Right, so we'll try and be as quick as I can here. So we got Darth Nihilus for the Imperial Racing team, driving the Lexus. Then you've got the Law, who is driving the Tractor Bob Danger Nuda High Performance Racing Team, powered by Deet, and his teammate will be Jerry Bear, who is actually watching the stream right now.
Got there in the end.
We got there. Who's actually fastest? They are fastest in the GL3 class too. So good effort there from Law.
They're actually in the Genesis. I'm surprised to see two teams opting for the Genesis. It's not usually a car of choice, but I think they recently buffed it a little bit in the recent BOP standing. So maybe people testing that one out to see for the next Group 3 championship.
And here I'm sorry, I was just about to say, here we see the MasterCard Lola team driven by Pim, who we have seen before on a couple of occasions, also driving in the Genesis. They're sitting third in the class, with his teammate being Devil's Hound. We've just missed someone. There's Arachnon in the... don't make Sam saying the team names. We've got Arachnon driving the Orange Sierra that is clearly not a copy from an unnamed racing group racing GmbH powered by Chevrolet trademark. Oh, and they've gone. God damn it. I've been missing the other two as well, which is AC's Alex Game and with his PKMZ with his lovely Anime. We always see a lot of Anime from his car. That is the PKMZ in Chile's Mazda Rotary Gang featuring the Mazda RX Vision GR3 Team Squadron #Hype Baby. So
I'm giving Savvy all the long ones.
Yeah, you pretty much are, like, yeah.
Oh, Jerry's asked for his team name again. Okay, so it's you're driving the Tractor Bob Danger Noodle High Performance Racing Team powered by Deet. I don't know who Deet are, but hopefully they've got some high power.
Well, look, I've got Alex Gaiman here, and his one is Eurogrown Racing, so that's pretty good. I respect that name. I respect the team name. I just don't like the orange shaded that's clearly not a copy from a blah 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 blah.
So actually, Eurobrun, that's just a placeholder team name. They haven't fully. It's because Robocopy decided that they would put in some placeholder team names, shall we say, until the more exotic team names came through from the teams themselves. So I know that Charles and I were originally Modena Team Spa, and then we decided that no, that was not apt. We would go for something a bit more interesting. But yes, for the time being, we have ACZ Alex and Wiley in the Eurobrun Racing Citroen, which is I still think the Citroen's a great looking car. It kind of looks like the Batmobile. I know that Chile did very well with the Citroen in the last Group 3 championship, and so hopefully they'll be hoping for some luck with that going forward. Bringing the Citroen Master Race, shall we say? It's the influence is definitely spreading across the grid.
PK just spun his Arabic drift in there. Sorry, that.
That's all right.
Now he just got absolutely clouted. Deary me. So I think we've covered all the drivers. I think there's some new drivers here. God, what engine sounds that? That was loud as anything.
Which car are you on?
I think that was the Mazda. Deary me, that was loud there. Also notice, please give this race a thumbs up as well. Be quite appreciated. We've got six people watching now. We've got 2 likes, so want to see some more likes. Also, leave a message if you can hear Rascal perfectly fine, as we are going to get ready for this 30-minute qualifying race. So it'll be your teammate Chucky on pole, then Ralph, Techno Guy, Lateral. That's the top 4 in the LMP1 cars. Then it is Law. We'll start on pole in the GT3, Darth Nihilus, Pim, Arachnon, PKMZ, and Alex Gaiman.
Not so good, everybody.
And I think we're underway. We are underway. I thought it was going to be a rolling start. Anyways, so we're going into turn 1. They're 3 abreast going into turn 1. Techno Guy's been pushed off. And Chucky will still hold the lead, possibly. Here comes Ralph to the inside at turn 2. No, and then Techno Guy gets a 9/10 penalty, which you have to burn it somewhere. Probably on the straight away after turn 4. So
Chucky's gone. He's gone.
Chucky's already gone at the moment. Also, these drivers have to use their medium tyres. They're not using the wait for the championship because they'll use the soft tyres, but they've got 2 races to their advantage to use on the soft tyres. But for just this race alone, it's all going to be medium tyres. So at the moment, it is Chucky leading, and Ralph has got a 1 second penalty. He will burn that across the start-finish line. And now Lateral, my normal commentator, up into 2nd place. Law still leading the GR3 class in the high-end eye. Arachnon in 2nd. Then you've got Pim, Darth, PK, and Alex. So good start there for Chucky there, Rascal.
Who's your favourite driver? Comment. Oh, Chato. Who are we thinking is going to take this one? Take pole position for the first race at Fuji. I'm going to bet on my teammate Charles in the LMP1 class, but the Group 3 cars are still very, very close together. As I see Peekins gets the penalty and Pim ahead. So they're burning it on the back straight.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. So that drops PK right to the back of the Group 3 field. As he goes quite wide on the final corner. And yeah, not a large amount separating these cars. That Mazda sounds fantastic.
Pim looking to the inside of, I think that was Darth, they're side by side off of Castrol. So it's the Hyundai versus Lexus going in towards the turn 2 hairpin. And Pim will go up into 3rd place in the GR3s.
Meanwhile, Charles has already got a 3-second gap over lateral in.
He's under a lot of pressure.
Not hanging around.
Yeah, Charles has just checked out, and here comes Ralph to the inside at Castrol. Lateral tried to go a bit defensive, and Ralph goes through up into 2nd place. So Lateral down to 3rd. Yeah, nice move there. And now, look at the background there, take the guy in that lovely looking blue and white sponsor car. And he keeps getting penalty. That's 2 penalties now that Tetra guys have. He needs to calm down a bit here. As Captain Redbeard has just joined in. I don't know what he's in here for.
He's just having a laugh with us too. He just wants to watch some good racing.
Is he just there for the banter, is he? Quite possibly.
Law is breaking away from the Group 3 field. He's already got a 1.8 second lead, second advantage over Arachnon in the Corvette. And then Arachnon is starting to pull a little bit clear from him. There's a gap of 8 tenths. I think everyone just sort of settling in. They know that the traffic's going to be coming, not in the distant future, so everything's just sort of calming down. Let's get ready to hopefully not die at the hands of an LMP1. Cap Redbeard says he's checked out.
He's gone. Okay then. See, thanks for coming there, mister. As I was noticing there, PKMZ's gone up a place. He's passed Alex Gaiman, so he's up to 5th place. But we've got ourselves a nice little scrap there for 2nd place overall. It could be like a 5-car scrap here. In fact, Pim is closed up a bit on Arachnon in that Chevrolet. And I've just noticed that PK's picked up another penalty in that Mazda, so PK there kind of struggling there. And Darth Nihilus has got also a penalty, which he has to burn it around about here, which they will do. So Alex will probably gain maybe 2 spots, possibly. No, he's going to be 1, but he's all over the back of Darth, who's just finished his penalty. So that's a close run battle there.
It looks like Alex has a run on Darth Nihilus going up the hill into the first corner. Was it Castrol?
Yeah, Castrol.
And he get the move done around the outside.
And here comes Charles. Here comes the leader of the LMP cars. Still side by side.
And PK fancies a run as well, but Charles is coming.
Yeah, and again they're having their own battle here, which Charles has to find a way by. There. Yep, and Arachnon's also got a penalty.
Oh, he pushed him! No!
He's pushed him off!
And there you have it. And Charles has got damage on his front end. Alex got it all out of shape coming out of turn 2 into turn 3, and it's really cost Charles dearly. He's lost around 5 or 6 seconds there, putting Raph into lead, letting Laddle take 2nd place. He's got it. He's got it all to do again.
Yeah, just looking at the replay. Look at the replay again with Charles there. Alex just lost it on. Oh my God, there's 4 abreast up ahead. Holy smokes! I just went back to live action. They went 4 abreast going into turn 1. Yeah, this racetrack. Yeah, I think this is quite good that we're actually streaming this, because this is madness already. But anyway, Ralph has taken the lead. God, I was barking like a dog then. Lateral up to 2nd place. It's all happening here. Chucky's down to 3rd position. It's absolute madness here for the passing of the lap cars here. Chucky's trying to find a way by.
Ralph and Charles are trying to get around the traffic, and they're having difficulties.
Arachnon's picked up a 3.4, 3.4 second penalty. Oh, and he bumps Darth Nihilus out of the way. Gee me.
So, I'm seeing on my screen, that last lap from Charles was a 51.3. And he was all in 42s before that, so that incident with, was it Alex?
Alex,
really
yeah,
cost
Alex.
him Really
and he's got a second penalty. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be quite strict rules during this championship by the looks of it.
Come on, Chucky, what are you doing?
Lateral passes Pim around the outside. He's now got up into second place in the GR3 class. So again,
Charles finds his penalty off the racing line, and now he's going to try and get past Pim going to the final corner? Nope, settles in behind. More sensible option.
Looking here at a battle for 7th place overall. Lexus versus the Mazda. That is Darth ahead of PK. PK's already picked up 2 penalties in this race. He doesn't pick up anything more. Arachnon had quite a hefty penalty. He's further back. And then Alex Gaiman, who's also got a half a second penalty as well. So the gap now, Ralph has also got a 7/10 penalty. So he's going to have to be burning it where he's at right now. Lateral has gone by the leader of the GR3 class, which Charles lost quite a bit of time on Lateral now. It's over to nearly over 3 seconds he has now.
It's hard to keep up with everything that's happening, Savvy.
It is. You know, that's the beauty of endurance racing here.
we have to thank Robo for this combination. It's absolute madness at the moment. But I think it's settled down a little bit. Raf has got a big lead. As you see, Alex just went off just after turn 1, so that's dropped him further behind the rest of the Group 3 pack.
Oh yeah, just gets it all wrong off the exit of Castro and just spins right into the infield.
Just going to check the replay on that one.
Yeah, I'm just showing the replay here. Yeah, he just probably put the power on a little bit too early at turn 1, and then around went the rear. So Alex sort of struggling in that Citroen.
Raf has now got a 6.2 second lead over Lateral. Yeah, previously Charles seemed to have that race under control, but it turned sour right in a flash. And we see Techno is still 13 seconds off the lead, so I don't know if Robotech have an ace up their sleeve, but right now they're really falling away pace-wise from the rest of the Group 3 pack. As I say that, Techno, I think he's got a half a second penalty, which he
another penalty again.
Back straight. Yeah, he seems to be picking up so many penalties this race.
Yeah,
he needs to try and keep it within the bounds of the racetrack.
Yeah, within the track limits here, because I think that's probably 3 penalties that he's had, and already 14 seconds behind the leader, Ralph PG, and we only just got about 9 minutes done on this half-an-hour endurance race.
Oof. Almost
Battle could be going on for second place though. Lateral's 2-point-something second lead is already diminished because Charles is there in a hurry. Porsche versus Porsche for second place.
Charles was 0.7 of a second quicker than Lateral on the last lap, which doesn't sound like a lot, but on a track this short, that's a massive advantage. Charles is really he's a man on a mission at the moment to try and make up for that earlier incident.
Yeah,
I hope he can still get this, to be honest. Come on, Chucky.
Yeah, but still 6.6 seconds. He's close
he's got
now.
A run on Lateral.
Yeah,
and he's got the move done.
Yeah, he's just passed
Lateral.
Lateral.
Backed off there. Yeah, I think Lateral must have backed off there.
Yeah, he must have a little bit backed off there. So Chucky up to second place, and now he's going to set his sights on the leader, Raf PG, who I think is actually new to the ARC. I think I've just noticed there we've got some new drivers in here. Arachnon's teammate is Kofi Juicy. I think he's a new driver that we've seen in the ARC. So looking forward to see him race maybe next week.
Raf is coming up on the Group 3 class again. That's not going to do him any favours when he's trying to keep that 6.1 second advantage over Charles. Let's see how the traffic. As I say that, Raf has gone very wide at the Castrol.
He's got very wide at Castro, so that might pick up a penalty. We have seen people run wide there and get penalties. Raf looks like he seems to have gotten away with that there.
He lost around a second there. Charles is now just over 5 seconds ahead.
And catching up, and now Ralph has got a bit of a problem here because he's actually coming up towards the battle between Darth and PK. So, you know, and like I said, the GR3 cars don't need to move out of the way. It's just there. Ralph has Lee goes into him, and a little love tap from PK just to make best of mates there. But yeah, that's going to cost him, and you can see in the background Chucky's catching.
The gap went from 6.1 seconds at the start of the lap to 3 seconds. He's halved the advantage, Charles. It's just in one lap.
45-second lap there for Raf, and Chucky's done a 42.6, and he's also picked up a penalty. He's just hit a penalty, as well as PK.
So he's going to get past Darth Nihilus here, and he's going to then go offline to serve the penalty.
He just basically shut the door in Darth's face there. He just cut right in front of him.
And Lassel's used that as a chance to catch back up to Charles. And I think almost sensibly, Darth just gets out of the way of Lassel. He didn't want to repeat of what happened with Raf on the previous lap. It's all going on. I can't keep up here.
It's all going on here. I'm just looking here for the leader of the GR3 class, which is still Law. And then in second place is Pim. So you've got the two Hyundai sitting first and second.
Yeah, maybe the Hyundai is... What happened there?
Oh, I think Law didn't give Raf any room, which, I mean, he's entitled to. Again, the LMP1 cars have to find a way by the GT3 cars because they've got their own race to contend with. Law gets a little wrong through rink curve and Pim slowly catching up.
I was about to say, Law has had a really, really tidy race so far, out in the lead doing his own laps. His lap times have been extremely consistent, all in the 49s. He did a 49.3 around 4 laps in a row. So he's been able to set the pace, but with the LMP1s coming up from behind, it's just so hard to stay consistent with not just the traffic and having to get out of the way, but also the dirty air, the wake that these high downforce cars are producing. It makes taking corners at a high speed really, really difficult. I see Charles, he managed to get past Alex just about. I think Alex tried to give him space, but Charles kind of misinterpreted it. What's the gap now? It's 4 seconds.
4 seconds now.
So it's fluctuating like mad.
And they've got plenty of clean air. As I just see in the background, Alex gets it all wrong off of Red Bull Mobile. And he is seemingly to be very much struggling in that Chevrolet. So here he goes then. He just gets the power on a bit too early, and then around she goes. It looks like to me the Citroen is a little bit too happy. We didn't see that a lot in the GR3 Championship where we had Alex racing in it.
Alex has been lapped by Darth Nihilus now, which means that he's now a lap down on the people he's supposed to be racing. I don't know. I think he's still not quite a lap behind PK and Arachnon, but
yeah, he's a full lap down.
He's close to it. So that's really bad news for. That's really bad news for the Eurobrun Racing Citroen, who are hoping to get a good qualifying position for Fuji next week. They look to kind of be out of the running as we enter, almost halfway through the race. And yeah, Alex is getting blue flags now from the cars behind, and those are cars in his own class. So that's again really bad news. I don't think he necessarily has to get out of the way though. I don't think those are flag rules.
Just looking up here, Charles has really gained up on the back of Rafi at 1.1 seconds now, so Chucky is on a mission at the moment here, setting 42-second lap times, and Raf again running a little wide at turn 1. He's got to be careful.
He's feeling the heat. He's feeling the heat.
He's feeling a lot of pressure. Has he got a penalty though? I don't think he has. Yes, he does.
This is Charles' chance.
I think Charles is going to take the lead here when he burns his penalty after turn 4. I think he's going to get him. I think he's going to go by him.
The Raf pulls right, and Charles has handed the lead again.
So Charles back into the lead of the race where he started in, before having that massive moment with Alex Gaming 5 or 6 laps into the race. But you could say normal service has been resumed at the moment.
Yeah. Charles having that incident earlier with Alex. But he's really, really come on strong again to take the lead. I think the other LMP1 cars are struggling to keep it within the track confines, and it's showing they're getting unfortunately too many penalties to stay competitive with Charles at the moment. And Charles immediately pulled out over a second on Raf at the head of the LMP1 class.
And they're coming up to some 4 GT3 cars, as Chucky and Raf. So, this gap now up to 1.2 seconds may come diminishing down again. I think someone else has got a penalty on the start-finish straight. Don't know who that could be.
That's Alex.
Is that Alex again? So Alex definitely struggling here. So Jerry Bear
He goes wide at turn 1. I think he goes wide to try and let everyone through.
Yeah,
I think he knows that he's struggling in this car, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling in that Citroen. But we've passed halfway, so we'll give you a rundown at the moment as it is. So I pushed the F12 button. So Charles in the lead of the race, is passing the lap car of Ragnon. Then Raf PG sitting in second, 1.3 second away. Then Lato having a nice race, sitting in the third position. That will give him a good confidence for his teammate Kev Meister going into Fuji. And then the last place guy in LMP1 is Techno Guy, 13 seconds away from the leader. Then Law still leading the GR3 class, 5th overall. Then it is Pim in 6th, nearly 2.5 seconds away from the leader. And then Darth Nihilus has just been passed by Raf. There he is, he's already running 3 laps down overall as Raf picks up yet another penalty. Ragnon in 4th place. And he's only 3.1 seconds away from Darth. PK in the Mazda, who's got another penalty.
Sliding it around. He's really struggling for traction, PK, going around the back end of the track. I think that Mazda is a real handful.
It does. It does. And I'm just and looking at the back there, Alex Gaben 4 laps down overall, a full lap away from PK in that 9th, and he's getting it sideways again, and all around she goes yet again. Gets it going again, nice spin, but yeah, Alex is definitely struggling.
Did you have, before the race started, I have to say, I did not have a Hyundai 1-2 written down here, right? You know, as on the cards, but all credit to someone's asking me to read out the team names. All credit to MasterCard Lola and Tractor Bob Danger Noodle High Performance Racing Team powered by D. They've done a superb job so far. Law has really been controlling the race. He's again, I'm looking at his lap time chart. It's all in the 49s.
Yeah, very consistent.
I don't think anybody has been able to match that consistency. Pim's been close. Oh, Pim gets it very wrong. He's into the wall.
Oh,
on his own. He just drifted wide into the wall. Into turn 2.
So here we go. Looking at a replay here. Does he get it all wrong? Did he miss his braking point? Yeah, pretty much he did, and then understeers and then into the tyre wall, and that's quite a hefty amount of damage there. Front left damage there, and I think the damage is also on heavy, so he's gonna have to pit because that will go away.
It's actually a light damage event.
It's a light damage event. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's gone.
The series in general is a heavy damage event, but and if it was any other race, you'd have to pit to get that repaired. But just because this is a bit of a mad event, and incidents were, inevitable. I think the organisers have been kind enough.
It's pretty much lived up to the expectation. Yes, it has.
As a Techno Guy throws it down the inside of Pim, and that's off after lateral. He's still 7.5 seconds behind lateral in 3rd place. Lateral doing a surprisingly good job.
Yeah, he's having a great race so far. Lateral just racing it all by himself. Didn't want to battle with Raf or Charles when they were going by. But that's a solid effort there from Lateral. And
very consistent lap times.
I wonder if Kev Meister's watching. I think he'd be quite proud of my co-commentator.
Oh, Raf is really wringing the neck out of his Toyota, and as I say that, he's
got a 2.5 second penalty, which he doesn't burn it. He doesn't burn it after turn 4, so he's probably going to have to burn it at the start-finish line.
And that's really not going to help his chances, because he's already 3.7 seconds behind Charles in the lead, and yeah, he does burn it on the start-finish straight.
Now I wonder what the gap will come down to now with him and their Lateral.
It looks to be under 3 seconds, 2.9 on my screen as Lateral comes up to that Alex. He waited till the end of Castrol for that lap. Really clean by Lateral though. Let's head over to the Group 3 class. Law has extended his gap. He extended his gap.
He's lost some time on Pim. Because it was about 7 seconds, and he's dipped into the 50 seconds now. Law.
That's his first lap in the 50 seconds. So maybe that tyre wear starting to show a little bit the medium tire, we expected it to last for the full distance, but maybe the performance is dropping off slightly.
Yeah, I think because the tyre wear's on time 2 and the fuel's on time 2, I think they'll be good enough to just go the rest of the way. I don't think anyone's going to be pitted in anyway, to be fair.
Yep.
But, yeah, just getting back what you said a couple of minutes ago on Loy, he was, you know, definitely an improved driver when he was competing in the GT3 Championship. I think he finished 5th in the championship and he even got his first maiden podium as well at Brands Hatch. So Law seems to be getting better and better over time.
He's doing a great job today. He's back in the 49s today, effectively 49.5.
It was just pretty much a little blip that lap.
Pim goes, you know, half a tenth quicker on that lap, but really there's nothing to choose between the pace of the two Hyundais. At the moment there is a 6-second gap, there or thereabouts. So Pim really, if he wants that pole position, he's going to have to find something, or you know, hope that in the remaining 8 minutes something happens to the Group 3 race leader Law, who's, you know, so far really kept this race under control. Yeah, I think from the looks of it, everyone started to get into a bit of a rhythm now, and the consistency's going up. What have you seen, Savvy?
I was just about to say, when you get into a bit of a rhythm there, just saw Arachnon getting it all wrong at the Red Bull and picked up a 1-second penalty, and he's now going to be into the clutches of Lateral, who's trying to get by him on the straightaway, so he's not going to lose too much time on Raf. Just for the people that are watching this, we have still got some spaces available. So I mean, if you're excited watching this, then you know, put yourself your name in for that. Find a TV and get yourself involved in this.
Sorry, Savvy. Raf really was very, very close to running into the back of Darth Nihilus there on the back straight. I think Darth kind of picked the middle of the road, and Raf was thinking, are you going left? Are you going right? And there was nearly an almighty accident. It's very important for the Group 3 guys to pick their line and to hold their line and to be extremely decisive, because otherwise you have potential moments like that where Raf, I think he lost a little bit of time there, unfortunately.
So I was just trying to pass Law around the outside at turn 4, which he does do cleanly. Just to let you know, for the championship here, we're going to be doing 4 rounds in this championship. The first race will be next week at Fuji. Then the next race will be which is the 19th of July. The next race will be the 26th of July at the Nürburgring. And weirdly enough, the next race is on Thursday, on the 30th, at that's the actual Red Bull ring, isn't it? Yeah, that's the full circuit.
Yeah, full course.
Which them 3 races are going to be 2 hours long, and then the finale will be on the 2nd of August, which, just to let you know, which is the day after my birthday, by the way, will be at Le Mans, and it will be a 3-hour race. Now, you said to me that you're going to be commentating in rounds 3 and 4, so you're going to be doing the first 2.
Yeah, so I'm actually racing at Fuji and Nürburgring. I think those are Charles and I sort of worked out what our, you know, preferred tracks were, what our less preferred tracks were, and also took pace into account. I'm not going to say who was faster than the other. I was definitely quicker, obviously, around certain tracks. Yeah, I'm going to be, well, from the looks of it, you know, hopefully no commentators cast it, but I'm hoping to be on pole position for Fuji there, which will be a great start for Char Racing, for the boys in blue. I think it's a blue car at the moment, yeah.
Looks more predominantly white to me.
As there are shades of blue. There are shades of blue. We'll call that. It looks very much like one of those. I've seen that livery before. It's sort of.
Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
On Porsche GT3 cars, the Mobile One. It's a really nice looking car, I think. As Charles comes up to lap PK, I think the Master looks really nice. It's got those flashes of red and blue on the left and right sides of the car. It looks like a bit of a mess. I wouldn't want to tell you what color that car is, to be honest, 'cause it's kind of a mix of things. I prefer. I think as a commentator, it's easier to call out cars with, you know, a single color. But what are we calling Pekin's color? What colour car is that?
What colour car? Black?
Yeah, what that Mazda?
It's probably, it's sort of like black. It's like black in the middle, and you've got blue on the right-hand side and red on the left-hand side. And a couple of enemies. Gets it nearly wrong at Castro. Yeah, it does look black in the middle of the car, and then red and blue at either side. There's yellow flags. Someone has gone off. Who was that? Don't let me get. Oh yes, it was Alex. Oh dear. Let's see what happened to him. He gets it all wrong. That's off of turn 3. That's an unusual place to go off there, I have to say. So
I'm looking at his tyre wear, and his rear left is really struggling at the moment. He has got no traction.
Whoa,
and as I say
he's off again. Yeah. He's off again. We just cut back to live action, and spins it after rent curve, and
Lass will be very happy that he didn't get collected by that spinning that spinning Citroen there.
I think if
Jerry Best says rainbow in chat. I think to describe the Mazda, I presume.
Yeah, I still see black, red, and blue. But I think if I was Alex, I would possibly put maybe put the traction control up on that Citroen, so you know you won't at least spin the car. I'm just getting a bit worried for him because you might spin every
If I was Alex, I'd box the car and maybe switch the tyres right now, because they are looking second hand. As
he's really struggling.
He's got very little traction there, and he just lets Law by. He knows that he's struggling to control the car. He's struggling for traction even on the fast. Was it Rut? He's really struggling on that fast right-hander coming onto the back straight.
Really struggling. Anyway, looking again at Charles, 2 minutes to go until the end of this qualifying race. Nearly a 7-second lead he has over Raf. And Latimer, who's been driving a fairly clean race there, 8.5 seconds away from Raf, but he's still sitting solidly in that third place. And Techno sliding his way through turn 3. He caught that there. Caught a nice glimpse there of Techno sliding through Werf curve, and he passes PK, just going in towards Rint curve.
Oh, Techno's had a very quiet race.
Yeah, he's had a quiet race, but he's also picked up a lot of penalties as well in the process. Which you'll have to definitely eradicate that going into whatever 2 rounds he's going to be racing in.
I think Robo will have a word and say, maybe lay off the curbs a little bit. Mercedes HQ strat right there. Sort of, give a little bit of room on the left and right side of the track. Maybe we won't get so many penalties. We won't take so much out of the car, too much there. I think he's had a clean race, but it's just not quite had the pace to live with. The guys in the top 3 spots in LMP. So lateral there, the gaps are now fairly solid as lateral gets it. Big slide to turn 1. Oh,
I think I've just noticed that again. Alex going there, grass cutting as well, going after turn 2.
We need an Alex cam here. He seems to be going. He's just not having a good time at all.
I think I'd say he'll be pretty thankful that there's only 20 seconds to go to the end of this race. I think overall
he's done a 42.3.
Yeah, and that's the fastest lap of the race too. So that's also on the penultimate lap, as we've got 10 seconds to go. So this will be the last lap of this race. He's got over the 10 seconds.
Is Lasso going to make it for an extra lap?
Yes, he will. He just will. Techno Guy unfortunately won't, so Lato will be in a safe third place. Darth Nihilus would be first to come across the line, but that would be third place overall, followed by Arachnon, which we haven't talked a lot about, Arachnon, but that's nice from him, finishing in 4th place in class. In the orange Sierra that we don't know what to copy your name, blah, 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 whatever you call it.
I think Charles
there goes PK, comes across the line. Oh, and Charles just came across the line and won that qualifying race, so obviously you'll be happy.
I'm very happy.
Here comes Raf, weaving left and right. Nice effort there to finish in 2nd place. Here comes the leader, the winner of the GR3 class law, to come across 5th overall. And here comes Lateral. Podium finish there from Lateral. Solid effort there. Here comes Pim. He will come in 2nd place, and I think that's the last of the cars, I think.
That's a good effort from Pim there.
Yeah, nice effort there. Hyundai 1-2. So there you go. Look at all those penalties there. Only 2 drivers didn't get a penalty, and that was Law and Lateral.
Mr. Consistent Law himself.
Yeah, ultra consistent.
As you see Charles there, I've just got Charles on screen taking the victory.
Yeah, taking the trophy. Yeah.
And pole position it is, lads. Yes.
So basically that was the qualifying order there. PK's unfortunately left. We'll get the race results. So hopefully that his name also comes up, which indeed it does. So I'm guessing this is the qualifying order for the start of the first race at Fuji next week.
Yes.
Is it? Okay then.
Yes,
so
it is.
Chucky will be on pole. Oh well, actually you're going to be racing, aren't you?
Yep, I'm going to be on pole.
So Rascal here is going to be on pole position, followed by Raf. Then Lateral, or is it Kempmeister, Techno Guy, or Robocopy will start fourth in LMP1. And then it is Law, or his teammate, I forgot who it was again. Then Pim, Darth, Arachnon, PK, and Alex Gaiman. But again, we're open offers to more people that are in this championship, because we want to see more. I think after watching this after watching this race, I think people will be watching and wanting to be in this now.
I was absolutely crazy there. Action from start to finish. We thought that Charles got taken out there by Alex, and that was the end of it, his challenge. But no, he came back fighting, and he was just setting the timing screens alight. Setting a purple lap on the penultimate lap there. Unbelievable effort from my teammate, and I'm very proud of him right now, shall we say? Savvy, should we go? Should we say the qualifying order again, but maybe with the team names? Maybe I think maybe chat wants to hear something like that. hear the excruciatingly long team names that.
As I grind my teeth. So
I can help you with this if you want.
No, I'll try it. So on pole, I hope I get paid for doing this, by the way. So on pole will be Cha Cha Slide.
I can do Group 3 if you want. So you can do the LMP ones.
Followed by the Blaupunkt United Motorsport Team, powered by Nikola Pizza and Toyota Gazoo Garage Racing Hybrid Tech Association and Co. Then in third is Pleb Bull Racing. And then in fourth place is ARC Robotech Industrial Automation Endurance Racing Team, powered by Toyota Motorsports GmbH. That is the LMP1 cars, right? You could do the GR3 ones since you wanted to do it yourself.
I guess I had the idea, so might as well. So we have Law qualifying on pole in the Group 3 Class 4. Tractor Bob Danger Noodle High Performance Racing Team, powered by Deet in the Hyundai Genesis. Very surprised to see that car doing so well. As we see, second on the grid is Pim, driving the Genesis in the for the Mastercard Lola team. So Hyundai, hope maybe their sales will go up a little bit after this showing. Very very strong showing at the Red Bull Ring. And then in third place in the Group 3 class, we have Darth Nihilers driving for the Imperial Racing Team in the Lexus. They'll be one to watch out for. The Lexus, a great car for an endurance race. So I've heard. And then Arachnon coming in fourth in the Corvette for the Orange Sierra. That is clearly not a copy from an unnamed racing group Racing GmbH, powered by Chevrolet Restricted. I think that's what the R sign means.
I think. And then trademark.
Trademarked. Is that what it means?
I think it is.
Yeah. Okay. And then after Arachnon, we have ARC Pekims driving for Pekims and Chili's Mazda Rotary Gang, featuring the Mazda RX Vision Group 3 Team Squadron #HypeBaby. I can't believe they put a hashtag in that one. I guess they're trying to appeal to the youth of today, to the TikTok generation.
Yeah, well, so far it's not working. And in last place is Alex Gaming, who drove the Eurobron racing. So I think it might be Wily Coyote that could be driving that car for Fuji, but hopefully he will do a little bit better than what the struggling Alex did. So anyways, the host has ended the game. So we're probably going to end the stream right here. Thank you for with me, Larasco. We will see you in a couple of weeks, I think, for races 3 and 4. And I think I'm going to be joined by either Tenro Guy and Chile for the first race at Fuji, which will be done next week. So until then, I have been Savaloy.
And I've been Rascal. Thanks for having me, Savaloy.
No problem.
I really enjoyed commentating here. I hope I did an alright job. I was quite nervous again. I think I said earlier, quite nervous before today, but as soon as the action started, it was just had to get going, I think.
Well, at least you didn't swear, really so that's the main thing. So that's good. So there you go. So anyways, we've just got to end the broadcast right here. So we'll see you next week for Fuji for round 1 of the 2-hour endurance series. So see you later. See you next week.